and welcome back to some more Europa Universalis IV as the Ottomans, with the goal of becoming a glorious Coptic empire. Glad you joined me again for some Mediocre Gaming, and we're starting off today, raising our army maintenance slightly, and generally preparing for war to some degree. We need to take a Coptic province, which means that in all likelihood it's going to be from Erzincan from Akkoyunlu, and we're going to take it by force. Threatening them didn't seem to work out very well, so we're gaining up a decent amount of money. We took Kosovo and all of Greece, essentially. Well, all of Byzantine Greece and Athens. There's still little islands everywhere. Our military's going well, and we can tech up. What I really want right now is some marketplaces. We don't need money right now. We should really keep 100 around for events, and also for whenever we raise army maintenance. Also for things. Oh, and we're maxed on our monarch points. I don't really want to invest now, so we're going to do some development. If I was smart, I probably would have tried to save some points for later, which we're probably going to end up needing a lot later, but just in the case that we can't convert anything, we don't want the province development to be too terribly high, and Wallachia is getting declared on. Can we threaten them for some land? We can. Sorry, Hungary, that's ours now. Oh, the glory of being a big empire. So Wallachia is probably going to fall to Hungary. It's going to be a terrible little nudge in here, but that doesn't really matter. We also could take Trebizond. Ideally, if you wanted to do this quickly, you could become Orthodox Ottomans, which would be interesting, because you're pretty much Byzantium 2.0. I don't think you get many good events, though. Okay. We can't threaten them for anything. If we declare war on them, Karaman and Georgia will join. Crimea will not join us because they don't really care enough. Since they're allied with Karaman, we could go for Karaman. Actually, it'd probably just be best to go for Georgia. Doesn't matter. So that's like 6,000 troops max. Karaman does matter though. It is 8,000, plus we do have claims everywhere. And if we co-belligerent them, we'll get Kandar in the war. So theoretically, we could... If we declared war here, we could no, let's just... We should co-belligerent... So we want to take all this land, we don't care about Georgia. So we probably should declare war on Karaman, co-belligerent Akkoyunlu and Kandar, and then all of this land, essentially. Okay, sorry for my being slow, it's just I needed to work that out in my head. The marketplaces are being built, and whenever that's done we should see a decent uptick in terms of profit. We're making 12 ducats a month at half maintenance. Not bad. We'll go to full maintenance because we can afford the costs and I'd rather be ready to go. Manpower is a bit of a concern, but we're pretty much fully reinforced now. The joys of Europa Universalis IV on a slow computer, though. You get to sit around for a long time. Tlemcen, no. Technologically. Temples would probably be good. More refugees, we don't care about our relationship with Castile right now. Hopefully the Iberian wedding fails, so we can maybe take part of Naples. That's always fun. Nice if you can just threaten your way in there. Throw an extra 1,000 in here, just in case there's any fights. When the buildings are all done, then we'll be good. Might as well just take the cost now. We could build stuff around, but Constantinople is probably going to be the best. 873 will go to 919. Not bad. Not much you can do with marketplaces now. Constantinople will give us a big boost a month, though. So, ideally, if I was smart, we would send 12,000 down, 12,000 up, and then this group would go into here. We don't have enough military leaders to really do an all-out fight, but we do have enough military points stockpiled that I feel like doing it anyway. Leader there. Leader there. Okay. We do have... yes. Okay, so... Caraman, co-belligerent, co-belligerent. Goal to take on Carcere. We're doing it. The army's probably going to be somewhere around here. Kandar's good. Taken. Take 2,000 troops. Send them over here. 2,000 troops. Send them out here. This battle should go over relatively well. And ideally, if we can siege this quick enough, we can move more troops over to this front. Because Koyunlu isn't really that big of a problem, but also Georgia is going to have some effect. It's not a massive war. It's nice in that regard. Also... navally, we are kind of outmatched. We will try to keep an eye on the situation, though. Caraman's trying to rebuild its army, which is interesting, I guess. People declaring on Koyunlu? Yes. Makes sense considering we declared war on them. Well, they're in a war with us, so they lost most of their army. One of our advisors died. He can be replaced for the right price. Some production efficiency. main thing we want out of this war is Erzincan, so we can actually get the whole Coptic process going. So it sucks we didn't get Diebecker as a, we don't get that fort sieged down, but it really doesn't matter that much. We should hopefully still be able to negotiate pretty well with them. Especially if the other war ends sooner. I really do wish that there was a similar feature to autonomous rebel suppression that allowed you to just send your troops around to clean up all the little troops everywhere. Because in the event that we go insane and annex all of Karaman, which it's possible, but the entire world will hate us, that's why I have all 3 of my diplomats on targeting outraged countries. The whole world will hate us, and we won't be able to do much then, because a coalition will still kill you. And even in the chance that it doesn't kill you, it's still not a good idea to get into a coalition war when you really don't have to. So, we'll send some troops around. Can't do much here, so really just kind of stuck maneuvering troops around. They can't siege that down unless they have 6,000 troops. It's just a waiting game at this point. Also, a point of rolling the dice and seeing whenever these forts will actually fall. Speaking of the devil. Hey, Coptic Zealots. Those are going to be our friends here soon. That's Coptic now. Not sure if it was before. Possibly was. It's hard to tell where religions were at the beginning of the game, because they do move around a fair amount. Due to a conversion here and a general other things around. It'll be nice once Kandar finally falls, because they do a lot more then. Hey, and it fell. Well, we pretty much have the option of sending troops this way, which I prefer. And whenever everything else falls, the Coptic Zealots are actually... Oh, and that fell? Well, we need to split off part of our army to go take that back. Because we do need Erzincan, it's the reason for this war. Hopefully the Coptic Zealots don't try to fight me for it. They are going for... I believe they try to go for Coptic provinces first. Can we do a negotiation with Kandar? That's a decent question. Getting anyone out of the war is nice enough. With Kandar out, you lessen the navy. It's full annexation. Serbia will hate us. We don't care about Serbia. Luckily, there's already claims. Get rid of the castle, because I don't want to pay for it. And that's one person out of the war. Is it going to make that much of a difference? No. Are the Coptic Zealots attacking us? Yes. Okay. Well, it seems like a bit of a stupid move. Considering... I don't know. As long as they don't go for Erzincan. And they will convert this to Coptic. Which, theoretically, if we really wanted to, we could probably intentionally let them take some of the borderland, and then take that as well, and get even more Coptic land. Because it's not an instant transition to Coptic, believe it or not. It does take a fair amount of time to actually get everything going enough. Caraman sieged. Georgia doesn't care. Akkoyunlu, they will not accept anything. Probably because I haven't sieged any forts? Yes. Well... if for Caraman I asked for Erzincan, Davrigi, and Kasiri, and Caraman, people would hate me, but I'm going to take it. Probably could have gotten a better deal out of it if I stayed in for longer, but I didn't really see that much of a point. A bit more land would help in the long run, but honestly, we don't need that much right now. We just want to core Erzincan. Make sure it's still Coptic. It is. Okay, that's nice. That'd be a fun realization. Core all of our new land, and we do the waiting game once more. Also, we try to get our army back together because we completely forgot what it was supposed to be. And we're not fighting a war right now, so we can lower that army maintenance a lot. And Austria's actually not that mad at us, so we're not gonna choose a rival if we don't have to. France would accept an alliance. You know what? Why not? Say, historically they had an alliance, so it would make sense. Coptic Zealots trying to convert land. They are fighting a siege, and it's not going well for them, but... also, we can get rid of our fortresses. We can mothball them, at least. And move people over to being outraged. To dealing with our outraged countries again. Get prestige for free. Crimea may get the event where they can become a vassal of us. France is cool with us. We might want to deal with making them happy, though. So we could maybe get some favors out of them. Please don't target Crimea. Okay. Yeah, luckily if we do go Coptic, I believe you can intermarry, because it's... believed a heresy of Christianity? I really don't know what I'm doing. This is really a test run in going Coptic. I think I've done it once, but I never really got far with it. So, who's France rivaling? Oh, did someone... oh, Venice. Okay, fine. Serbia's still alive. That's surprising. I guess Venice only wanted the coast. Albania, still around. don't really care. Autonomy-wise, they're not in our land. All we need is Erzincan to core. Which it's not going to be that nice. Autonomy really doesn't matter here, because we are going to not actually use the traditional rebel system, but rather the use of the estate system and getting them Synop and Astondur that'll be done here. Which is nice, we already have a territorial claim on this stuff. Hey, Austria became the Holy Roman Emperor. Also, if you do manage to go Catholic as the Ottomans, it's very fun to try to become the Holy Roman Emperor as well. Trying to expand the Holy Roman Empire to encompass all of this area as well. I did the game once where I played as the Catholic Ottomans and ended up taking over most of Russia and adding it all to the Holy Roman Empire as independent little states. It was interesting, and it didn't work as well as I had hoped because the Holy Roman Empire still kind of was dying by that point. But more money in the treasury. Really, all we're waiting on is Erzincan to core. We should be building up our navy at this time, because it is still a thing. Trade is the Ottomans probably one of the best things about the Ottomans. Considering you get just a large amount of income pretty early on, you can just afford to blow on whatever you really want. Get some better military technology earlier, doesn't really matter. The Janissary coup disaster becomes a little upgrade discovery. Cool. The Janissary is a very fun thing. I'm not sure what the holy sites of Coptic are exactly. They have a holy site system. I think I mentioned this before. We must seek Ottoman protection. Let us help this newfound friend. Make Crimea a march. Okay, so we got ourselves a free march. So essentially we own Crimea for the most part. And all we have to do, one little thing, is make sure they don't die to their own rebels. So we'll take off some transport ships. There's 12 of them, that's fun. And use them to get to Kuban. It seems like everyone's dealing with rebels around here. Coptics spread a bit, I think? Yes, because they took that fort. Well, Crimea is ours now, which means they're drawn into every war we have, which is nice. We get an additional 5,000 men. Their navy's not bad, which is good because our navy kind of sucks at the moment. And we also get some nice trade, I believe. Actually, all the trade's taken by Genoa. But we can also mug Genoa. We already could, I think, with the event we got. And Erzincan's still taking a while. And Crimea dealt with it themselves. Okay. Well, that's nice. We didn't even have to do anything. Back over here, then. Well, since Crimea is our march now, we have a few new options with them. I'll probably keep them around as a march and not do that much with them for a long time. Probably just let them kind of exist. Even if you go over to being Coptic, you really hard to convert a march or a vassal into being Coptic, or in just any other religion, because they hate you for a long time. Whenever they hate you, it makes them, you know, try to look for forward support to support their independence, and once they support their independence, then their values go up to where they will always want independence. It's always fun. And Samtishke has expanded. Looks like Coptic is expanded too. Coptic Zealots, they might break Koyunlu. They're in a war right now, so they can't break. But also, we're going to take our entire army and move them up here. Not to protect against Hungary, just to get them out of the way. Okay. So now, we need to get a territory, core them, don't care about edicts, and then we need to give this to the Dahimi. And then we cannot revoke it for a year. The Sunni faith. The Sunni faith that we won't be following here soon, which will be nice. Didn't even look at our missions lately. Probably some stuff about expanding in here. Ideally, we'd get it. Forming the Imperial Army, we didn't, meaning we get a bunch of stuff around. All provinces in the Caraman area, so we want to take this stuff out. Ramazan might not be a bad thing to attack in the 1 year we have. Their only allied is with Anza. We even have to take them? No, we don't. That's a place to put a spy network for now. Also, what we need to start doing is admin power. Start making the Dahimi mad. So let's take out a tax. They get some money and they get angry. Umera, that's fine. I believe whenever you switch religions, the Dahimi just disappears. So all the land they had just goes back to being free. And once we revoke this land, due to it being a different religion, I believe if it's the same religion, it will still spawn zealots. Not sure about that. But once we revoke this, it should become something you can deal with more. We don't want to do that. We already have Rum done. And that's the Lima territory. Okay. I was looking so I could give Dahimi more land here. So, essentially what we then want to do is spawn Coptic Zealots that will move, convert some stuff, and they probably won't make it very far because they'll only have a single stack. So, theoretically, we'll want to kind of keep trying to expand them along slowly. So, the Dahimi are... They won't have anything unless they're in Greece, essentially. So, it has to not be in the Muslim religion group. Okay, that makes sense. Well, we can start expanding things afterwards. And we should be able to revoke it 21st of January. And... hey, Coptic Zealots have risen up. Now, the first province won't be a big deal. It's already Coptic, and Koyunlu is Coptic now, which is interesting. There are some Coptic holy sites out here, so we need to fight Koyunlu for this. Oh no, the Coptic Zealots were successful. And the idea here is that they will eventually move and conquer more of your land. Also, technology is important. But as they go, they'll conquer a bit more and a bit more. Yes, going to Sivas, which is in Ulima territory. So I don't know how that will go. But it goes from being Coptic, well, it goes from Shia to being Coptic. And we just need to have the Coptic snake going deep into the country. And we really don't need to care right now about what's going on with our army. Our army's just gonna sit back here and really just chill for a while. Look at building some markets around. Seems like that's a good place. Really don't worry about the rebels in the southern country. Yeah, that's a good place. More Coptic, more Coptic, more Coptic. Well, we've got the start of our Coptic conversion adventure going here, so I hope you'll join me in the next episode, where we probably sit around for another half an hour trying to become Coptic. Considering they're leaving the country already. Okay. Well, yeah, again, thank you for joining me. This has been some Mediocre Gaming, and see you around. Goodbye.